What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Double R Mindset Journey podcast, where we are all about uncovering the road to results. I'm Bro Rhy, and with my bro, Ray Jones, with you live and direct. What's going on, my bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, brother, man? Looking forward to this talk.
Yeah.
So I'm all hot and heated already. So that's
Right, hot off the press, bro. Hot off the press. So for those of y'all who have been rocking with us, you notice now we got the logo on the screen, Road to Results, right? And so the title of the podcast, Double R, right? Multiple meanings, Road to Results, R2R podcast. Check us out on Instagram, Rhy. We got so many other results, whatever you want to call it, right? We got so many meanings. Double R, number one. Number two, mindset journey. And when Ray and I were going back and forth, Ray, what was kind of your thoughts? Because I think you actually put that together with the different ideas that I had. And what was mindset? What does mindset journey mean to you, bro?
a lot of people want to think that that I've got the mindset. Yeah, I've got it. When, bro, the more you start to learn, the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know.
Come on.
And all it continues to give you, man, it is a journey through that mindset, because you continue to level up in your mindset, the frequency and the height of things that you now recognize, they come into your peripherals, into your vision. You start to see things that you never saw before. So mindset journey is a continuous effort. It's a continuous journey because, again, we talked about before, if you want to give more, you got to become more.
Come on.
And the only way we become more is we got to continue to pour in. Our output reflects our input, and we just going to keep putting it in. We're just going to keep putting it in so we can be giving it out.
And listen, hey, come on. That's nothing but flames right there. But let me just, hold on. I can't let you skate past that first line you said, bro. I don't know if that was C.S. Lewis. I can't remember who it was from, but in my theology courses, one of my first introduction theology classes, that was exactly what we learned. And you said it. The more we learn, the more we realize we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like the more we think we know, actually, we start learning what we really don't know. And can you just expound on that a little bit? Because I want to say something to that too. But you opened up with that, bro. So break that down one more time.
I mean, the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know. And what it does is as you continue to increase, as you continue to become more, you become aware of more.
Come on.
And the more you become aware of, the more you realize, like, dang, all this is here. All this is here. And it's for me. That's the journey to, like, the road to results. Like, the results that you want are there, but you have to know how to get to them. You have to know how to take that road. If not, you just kind of wandering out there in the wilderness.
Come on.
You just spent up Lenten season, man, 40 days wandering the wilderness. Like, there is a path for you, but you have to understand where you are. That's awareness, and me being aware and learning who I am, learn about the options and opportunities that are in front of me, and learning about the steps that I need to take, how to take the step, the pace to which to take the step. And it's a continuous journey. The mindset is continuous, man.
That's it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, and I just want to say, the more you know, the more you don't know, right? It actually applies in all aspects of life. So I learned it originally in theology, in my theology class, because I was like, oh, snap. Like, wow, how abundant is our God? How abundant is he in all ways, right? We always say it's a mystery. We use the word mystery when it comes to our faith. Not mystery because, like, was it true? Was it not true? But we use the term mystery, and again, in the faith aspect, as, wow, how did he do that? Right? How does he continue to do that? The work that God does through us, to us, for us, and prior, current, and future is such a beautiful mystery, like how good and how abundant. So when you said the more we know, the more we don't know, not just in business, but not just in the faith aspect, but even in business, even in relationships, like the more we start learning, the more we start growing, the more we actually realize we don't know, which means, all right, for our listeners, we'll kind of land this point here, which means that there is no ceiling.
Nope.
Like there is no ceiling in our culture, and maybe the way we were brought up, the way we were raised, our mindset has always been that there's always going to be a ceiling. that there's always going to be a cap. And so the mindset journey is all about learning or realizing what you'll realize. You know, that's my mantra.
Yeah.
Realizing what you'll realize.
There we
There
go.
is no ceiling, meaning
Yeah.
the journey.
Getting past that fixed mindset.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Fixed mindset equals fixed income. Right? That's a whole nother piece. And then just like you said, road to results, uncovering the road to results, right? That's the second line of our current tagline, right? Uncovering the road to results. Because many people want the results. Many people see the results. Many people visualize the results. And that's all good and great, right? But if you don't have the roadmap, if you don't have the blueprint, and what I love about what we're doing for our audience for this pod is we're sharing our roadmap as we go in our different industries, our different paths, but we're doing it together in that community. Number two, and then we're also doing it under some amazing leadership and mentorship that we're receiving together through, ETA, because we want to do the same for others. Like just keep it flat out. You're going to a coaching conference, coaching con, you're going, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of days. I'm also in that coaching consulting space. I'm transitioning from my youth speaking to working with those who lead youth, working with all the youth leaders, the youth pastors, all the higher ups, the directors, because I want to coach and consult them so they can have more reach, right? So I think when we look at the road to results or uncovering it, there's not a lot of people out there really breaking down the mindset journey part of it and also the step-by-step, here's how.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything you want to add to that? So yeah, we gave you out a long version of kind of the name, but just know we're excited. We're fired up right now.
Nah, man. I mean, I think if I started jumping on it again, we'd be going down it. But it is, I think you said, we even talk just about me. It's like, I've been doing this personal development thing, changing the way I think. And it wasn't even until recently, I want to say like I knew about myself, but like I still wasn't really clear on what my gift was. Like I had to ask other people because it's so easy for me that I don't even recognize it. But other people would just be like, they would tell me, "Hey, Ray, can you put your tap down shoes on?" And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, man. What do you need? What do you need me to get clear for you, for this person?" And just argue against a point to make sure that it was heard, even if I didn't fully know why they even wanted me to talk about it. But it's just having that clear strategy, the decision making, just to understand of where do you want to go? All right, let's do it. And I didn't even really need anything else, but I had to ask people. So, hey, so what is the thing that I do so easily that irritates you? Because I need to know. Like, how do I know about me? But that's opening up my mind and be like, oh, dang, okay. Like, I didn't realize that was truly a talent or a gift because it's so easy to me. But it opened up my mind. Okay, now how do I start structuring a business around it? Now you see, jumping into the space of coaching and consulting. Because people would ask for my opinions or my ideas on a strategy. So now I'm okay. Now let's put this into a business model. Yeah. And that's what our call this evening was about, was about business models.
Exactly. We're going to jump into that, man. Shout out to Coach Anthony Flynn, part of the,
amazing
squad
CEO.
Here. Amazing CEOs. Yeah, amazing CEOs. And I just wanted, you were just sharing, like when I was talking to Danielle and we were on a call with my cousins in Cali, and they've just, been seeing me more and more, getting booked for more gigs. Everything's opening up again. I'm getting more opportunities, but not just with young people, but with the teachers and the parents, with adults. And they're like, wow, you're doing your thing. And we had this conversation about access, and it costs. There has to be some cost to different levels of access. So like you were saying, what are you good at? Or like CJ would always say, what are you naturally good at that it's hard for other people? And then, like you said, build around that. So when we were just talking about whether it's giving advice, giving strategies, giving different principles, right? It's all coaching. It's all coaching. It's all consulting. It's sharing your knowledge from your experience that we're learning as we get into this. Like people are paying tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars to get this information. And it's not because it's necessarily new, but the way we curate, the way we deliver, the way we connect is going to be a lot different. So as you were just talking about that, I was thinking like, yeah, this is really important for all of our listeners to know that yes, you have a gift. Yes, there is something that you have special and unique for the marketplace. And when you figure that out, step one, then number two, build around it and know that monetizing your gift, again, both of us being men of faith, like sometimes we'd hear, oh, money's evil. I'm like, nah, not money is not evil. It's the love of money is evil. Yeah. Money is not the root to all evil. Actually, it's the love of money. And we hear it time and time again, which I want to segue into because I think, Anthony Flynn, he gave a whole bunch of nuggets today. And he talked about the 4 C's. And the first 2 C's were actually the C's that really stuck out to me. Right? The first 2 C's when he talks about your company, he talked about your number 1 is your character. Number 2 is chemistry. So when I think about money is the root to all evil, or the love of money is actually the root to all evil, it reminds me of poor character. Right. So go ahead and speak to that, bro. Like, what is your thoughts on character? Again, in the sense of, because we're building businesses, we're aligning ourselves with people who are good for us. Because when I used to play bones, bro, not all money is good money. Right, facts. Not all money is good money. So yeah, so if you want to just share, what are some nuggets or what are your thoughts kind of like on the character piece from tonight, or just in general?
So success will take you places your character can't handle. So if you wanted to grow and exceed and get to those new heights, guess what has to come with you? Guess what has to grow with you? Your character. And when he's talking about your character, he's talking about having people that are in alignment with your character, in alignment with your values. I'm not saying we have to be exactly the same, but I have to understand your level of character, who you are as a person, in order for us to make those steps together. But at the same time, when we talk about community, who's in your community that's influencing you in either nourishing your character or poisoning your character?
Come on now. Yeah.
And it's so important to understand that, because you also have to be open to, if I'm not acting right, if I'm acting out of character, I'm not going to take offense when my bro Rhy tells me, Ray, this is not what we're about. I fully expect that. And some people just don't want to do that. They take offense to that. But if you're not acting in character, because ideally, if I add value to you, you should be adding value to me, or vice versa. And this is an open conversation because we're honest with each other, not because I'm calling you out, you're calling me out, but it's our character that's on the line.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you don't fix
exactly. Yeah, it's our character that's on the line. And then the other piece around that too, especially with our collabo, is like our partnership, our divine, I call it the divine partnership, because that's always God working on that. But I think about like, well, if we rocking together, how do we rock together even outside of just the pod? And character wise, we want to make sure that even though we're not necessarily in the same industries, but we got the same character at the end of the day. And with that first line you said about success will take you Success will take you places your character can't handle. Your character can't handle. So I just want to you hit me right out the gate, bro. You coming strong. So I wanted to say, we think about all these folks in the music industry, acting industry, celebrities, when they start off young. And then when they get to that point where they can't handle it because they don't have the character developed, they can't handle the fame, they can't handle the money, they can't handle the status, right? This is why we see a lot of folks in those industries taking drugs, doing whatever they got to do, taking their lives, whatever that might be, right? And again, we know everyone's is different. I know it's a real touchy subject, but let's just keep it real. Like what you just said, you could be super successful, but your character ain't in line. If the foundation of who you are isn't ready for that success, it's all gonna fall apart anyway. So so for me, I just took away like the idea that as we're growing business, right? If you want to go far, or if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the biggest takeaways I've had since last year. It was like, oh, I got to start collaborating with people. I got to start, making sure that, I'll do this with other people. I find a community. But the piece that makes this so much more worth it, or that actually guides how you build that community and how you build your team, is through the foundation of character. And I think that, for all of our listeners out there, all of our folks who are going through transitions or in their business, maybe you're a solopreneur, like Anthony was talking about, whether or not you have people on your team, start thinking about who are the kind of people you want to have running your business. And I always think about like, if I'm sick or if I got an emergency, who do I know can handle the business side of it, but also understands me and understands the kind of person I am, what I'm saying, who I would trust to actually run it with character, with integrity, flat out.
So we talked about, you mentioned like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go,
far,
you go together, you go in community. And that goes back to, again, okay, character, like you got to be in alignment with people. Like people have to know what that character is. And one of the things when you talked about the business wise is you have to be clear. So you have to be clear on what my character is, the things I will allow, the things I won't allow, the things that I stand for, the mission statement, vision statement. This is why we do what we do. And I was going through something. This is why we talked about, what I want to talk about, as far as rest and rise, not just coming out of Easter and you coming out of Lenten season as far as it's 40 days. And the message you shared the other day as far as, it's not about, when you come out of that, that's the time to now you go share you'll share the message, go share the word. You begin your ministry after the 40 days. And you can call that rest from society, or you can call that, you rise into the occasion, whatever it may be. But once your intentions are clear, and this goes with everything as far as a mission statement, vision statement, what my character is, the character I will allow and won't allow. Intensity matters. So once my intentions are clear, now it's intensity matters. Now I have to get intense with what I'm doing. We were talking earlier, we get up every morning on these accountability calls. Me 5 a.m., you 6 a.m., about to get ready to go to Phoenix. I'm going to be getting up at 3. That's not an excuse. I'm getting ready to go there for a conference, but I'm still going to get up at 3 because I am clear on what I want to do. I'm clear on the words I said that I would keep to myself. We talked about that, a couple of weeks ago about work. That, okay, keep your word to yourself. I will be up at 3 to do it. So I have to have this intensity because I have clarity, and I have to move with intention and at a certain pace to get the results that I want. And I think people mistake the fact, and I don't like using the words, people are like, oh, you just hustling. No. I have intentions. There's a purpose behind what I do. I'm clear on that. The people that I move with will hold me accountable. The people that I move with have expectations of me. The people that I move with and that I am community with, we have a destination that we're trying to get to. But I can only do that if I'm clear. I can only count on you if I understand your character and I'm clear on the fact that, hey, if I'm acting out of character, I fully expect you to correct me. There's no ego. You talk about it all the time as far as, what is the crab bucket mentality?
Crab bucket mentality, man. Take out the E and just go, right? It's that idea.
Yeah.
Like, brother's keeper. And so for our listeners, before you keep going, because I love it when you hit the gas pedal. Just give me 2.2 because I want to make sure our listeners catch this. So number one, intention. All right, what is your intention? Is it clear what you're trying to do, who you're trying to do it with, who you're trying to serve, whatever you have going on, right? What is your intention? Is there clarity around it? And is the foundation character? Okay, so step 1, intention. Then you bring the intensity. All right, so we just want to make sure our listeners know that these are the steps, the road to recovery. Road to results, right? Like here we are. All right, here we are. Start with your intentions. Be very clear. Be sure that your character is on point. And once you have that clarity, once you have intention, then you turn up the intensity. It's funny you said that because when and I'm gonna give it right back to you, but I remember when I was 38 years old, man, if you look up the hashtag on maybe Instagram, hashtag intensity38. And that was my whole motto. That was my word for the year. It was like, it don't matter how long, how short, however you bring it, whatever you do, bring the intensity. And that doesn't mean rush. That doesn't mean be careless. That doesn't mean, I'm still keeping it Jason Bourne, right? I'm not doing Terminator. I'm just like, yo. So at the end of the day, you can bring that intensity and it yields results, okay? It yields results when there is a very clear intention.
No,
There's
yeah,
very clear
absolutely.
intention. So go ahead, man. Wrap that piece up for us, bro.
And I wasn't going to go there, but you said step one as far as intention. Like, are you clear? Yo, write the vision. Make it plain. And then when you get that intensity, for he who sees it, is it walk to it? Is it crawl to it? Nah, that's so you can run to it. So we always want to make sure when we say uncovering the road to results, there's some very clear instruction in scripture.
Come on.
There's some very clear instruction.
You had, hey, come on.
After first. But when I want to talk about, us coming out of, you coming out of like, and when we say rise and rest, he rested for 3 days and then he rose again. But again, there's demonstration in that as far as you can be out here hustling with no clarity, with no intention, with no real direction of where you're going. You're just going to burn yourself out. So you had to take, I had to take a little bit of a break from our morning calls just because I was up pretty late the night before kiddo was sick. But you have to rest so that you can rise with intention, so that you can rise with purpose, and that you can get after that intensity. You can't just be out here burning, the midnight oil just to burn the midnight oil. Because if you don't have that mental function and clarity for you to move, you're just going to make mistakes and you're going to give a lot of, effort, busy just to be busy. We're being busy. We're not being productive.
Yep.
It's those exchange of words. And the scripture that I wanted to get into was 1 Corinthians 9:24-27. And it's just talking about the need for self-discipline. And it says, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. So what does that mean? Yo, do it intentionally. And it says run, do it intentionally and do it with intensity. And then we keep going. We go, everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. Yeah, we doing this every single day. We get up at 5, 6, 3 a.m., whatever it is. Accountability. What are you trying to do? When are you trying to get it done? And how are you going to get it done? And we're not doing busy work. This needs to be going somewhere. What are you doing? I'm going to this coaching conference. Why are you going to this coaching conference? Because I just launched a coaching company and I need to get the structure and stuff behind it so that I can deliver effectively to my clients. So we're doing stuff with purpose. But everybody goes in strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last. This cannot be about money. This cannot be about money. It won't last. You won't last. If the only thing you're going after is the financials and your love of it, it will not last. Money is a byproduct of the business and the efforts and the things that we do in the service of others.
That's it.
Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. Again, know where you're going. Know your why. Know your destination. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified. Bruh, the discipline, the focus, the clarity, the accountability, the community, the character of people, all this stuff matters. And we talk about the mindset. What of any of that said anything about me going out there and trying to earn a check, or me going out there and trying to start a business for whatever purpose? Like, it's all mental. It's all in your mentality and how you see things. Inky Johnson, perspective drives performance. How you view things is how you do things. How are you doing it? How are you running? Are you running just to run and burn it out and get exhausted and blow out your lungs and tearing Achilles? Like, there's no purpose behind that. Or do you have a reason? Do you have a why? Do you know why you're doing it? And the only time that becomes uncovered is through clarity. And the only reason you get clarity is by continuing to increase your mindset and the way you see things and your view and perception of this world and opportunities, and seeing that when there's a test in front of me, it's an opportunity to turn that into a testimony.
Come on now. Come
But
on.
bro, it's all in your mind. It's all the mentals. That's why uncovering
The road to results.
the road to results, the mindset journey, like it is a continuous journey. And if you have intention behind it and you have clarity where you're going, the intensity of which you pursue this, it can't be stopped.
No, and I just want to definitely thank you for sharing that scripture, because everything is rooted in truth. And I want to be clear to our listeners and our those who rock with us. When we say the word results, all right, we're not talking about the bag. It may be a part of it. It may be a byproduct of it. So I think that's the first question in this whole idea of clarity. What are results to you? Right? What are results to you? Because I was always growing up, it's like, man, I don't care about money, but I know what money provides. Like, I don't get a paycheck, go to the bank, cash out, and then take a picture with my bread. Like, that's not me. I don't hang out with it. It doesn't sit with me at the dinner table. We ain't going to Starbucks together. Like, I don't care about money like that, but I know what the money provides, the resource. Right? So to all of our listeners, a question that I pose to y'all is, okay, so what does results really look like? And then when you said clarity, another piece that came up for me was like, clarity can also be found in the community. If you are in a good community, a supportive community, like you said earlier, bro, you're like, I have to call people so they could tell me exactly what it is that I do well that irritates them. Like, and if their community, if they rock with you, they're one with you, then that's something that you could definitely find. And then just to kind of piggyback off that running with intention. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into this, but this is, part of people's homework. All right. If you go to Luke 15:11-32, is the prodigal son. It's a story of the son who takes his dad's inheritance while he's still alive. He squanders it all. After he loses all the money, he realizes, at the end of the day, his dad's servants are eating better than him. They're making more than him. So he loses all of his friends because, the money's gone. No one's hanging out. And he had the mindset, talking about mindset, he had the mindset of coming back to just say, look, I don't even want to be my dad's son. I just want to be his servant just so I could have something to eat. All right. And then, of course, there was the other side of it where his brother stayed, the faithful brother, but it's a whole different pod. But what I wanted to draw attention to was, if you look in this scripture, when he comes home and decides he's going to go just have a talk with his dad and say how unworthy he is, his dad runs to his son.
Yeah.
So let's just think about this for a moment. Just even in today's culture, I mean, it's probably more of a thing now. It's like we see it more now, but you would never see a father run into their child. And the significance of him running was he ran all the way to his son, because before he brought him back into the community, he wanted to bring him exactly the way he left. Whole, complete. Get the robe, get the ring, clean him up. We gonna take care of you. He didn't ask no questions. He didn't do no I told you so. But the piece that I really, emphasize when I share this part of different talks, different retreats, is like, the father ran. His intention was he's going to come home. I'm going to keep praying for him. He's going to come home. Like, the intention was there. It was clear. And then as soon as he seen from a distance, he didn't even, he was from a distance.
Down
when
on the horizon.
Yeah, he's like, is that it? Yep. Boom. As soon as he knew. So we're going to invite all of our listeners to do the same. What is the one thing that you need to get clear on so that you can start paving your road to results? What is the one thing that that you have to run to with so much intention and clarity that it's going to change the game for you, for your family, for your loved ones, for your community? What is that for you? I was like, what is that for you? Again, me and Ray, we can't answer that for you. We're going to pray for you. All right, we pray for everyone that likes the pod, subscribes to the pod, everyone that drops a comment in the pod. Like, we praying for y'all, so drop those comments. You got prayer requests, put them in there too, because we want to make sure. No, literally, seriously, if people hit a like or a subscribe, like, we just know we really are gonna even just lift your name up in our prayers. But yeah, that's just the invitation that I have for y'all is, what do you got to get clear on? And then when you get clear on it, how intense are you willing to be? And do you have the character to sustain that intensity? And if not, then where's the community to help you get through? Like Ray helps me, in our fam, and the way Ray gives, generosity was a big word Anthony Flynn brought up today. And just the way that we support each other. Right? It's not a perfect road, y'all. It's not a perfect road, but there are results. So, last final thought, bro, before we sign out, man. I know that I hope I didn't cut into your last final thought in that last one, but you inspired me with that scripture. So I was like, are we going there? I was like, all right, let's go there. So, final thoughts as we wrap up our first official with the new title, Double R Podcast, a Mindset Journey, where we're all about uncovering the road to results.
You gonna like this one. So we talk about the road to results. The prodigal son, what were his results? You saw what he got in the life that he pursued. So we look at impact, or we look at impressing. Are you trying to impact others' life, or are you just trying to impress? He was trying to live that life that sounds impressing. Out, drinking, ladies, nights out, whatever, and you saw the results that he got. His dad's intention in running to him, that road to run to him, was the impact of making his family whole, of reminding his son that, we all make mistakes, but you are still my son, and this is still here for you. So on your road to results in your mindset journey, anything that you think about doing, anything that you're considering doing as you build clarity for yourself, does it have impact, or are you just trying to impress? I'm trying to have impact, bro.
That's it. That's all, y'all. That's it. That's all. Again, we thank you for rocking with us and being at episode number 5. Yes, episode number 5 is the one where we finally came through with a name, with a logo. And we just want to just drop these nuggets, uncover this road to results in real time for all of y'all. So whatever it is you taking away from this pod, write it down. More importantly, take action on it. All right, we can't stress it more and more and more. Don't just be a consumer, be a producer. And with that, we are out of here. Thank y'all again, and we will see y'all next week. God bless.
Love y'all.
Peace. Yeah.